Hi and a warm
Yeah.
welcome to all my lovely audience on Icy Tales today. My name is Hiba and I am your host for this wonderful interview session. So today we have with us a very talented and extremely handsome personality in himself, as you can see on my screen. We have with us Mr. Amit Vikram Pandey, a talented human being, as I was mentioning. He has been doing theater for over the last 5 years and has been seen in television commercials. And I'm sure all of you would have seen him in many of the ads. He's a passionate actor with utmost dedication. His most recent series is called Maamla Legal Hai, which we'll be discussing a lot in today's interview, and I'm super excited about that. To those who haven't watched it, please do check it out on Netflix. The series has got very good reviews, and so has his acting received very positive responses from the audience. It's so good to have a lovely personality here with us, and I'm very elated to get this interview started. So, firstly, hi, welcome. How are you, and how does it feel to be here, sir?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hiba, for this wonderful introduction. And I'm very happy to be a part of this interview. I'm very excited to talk about this show. And
Yes.
yes, for those who have still not seen the show, I would love if they go and check out this show. It's a full-on comedy show, and you guys are going to love it.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for making me a part of this. Yeah.
Yes, I can see the positive energy from both sides. So without holding up further, I just want to start to get to know you because I've seen your Instagram and I saw so many TV commercials and so many roles that you've done. So
Mhm.
tell the audience just one quick question, one general question before we jump into the series. How do you choose your scripts in an early stage? Because you've done a lot of like small scale projects. So how do you choose your scripts? Because the beginning is very important for you to set the root to the industry. So, how do
Correct.
you choose your scripts, and what advice do you have for aspiring actors to choose their scripts better?
To be honest, I myself am an aspiring actor, and I don't think when you're starting off as a fresher in this industry. I'm not really a fresher. I've done commercials and everything. I've done a mini show as well.
Mhm.
Still, this is one of the biggest project that I've done till now. And we are not really the choosers, okay?
Mhm.
So we basically what we do is we give an audition and then we wait for the audition to convert, and
Exactly.
then it's what exactly we want to do is we want to act. We
Mhm.
want to get as many opportunities as
Correct.
possible, and we really don't really have the power to choose the scripts. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean there are certain parameters or certain criterias that you always keep in mind while selecting or while confirming a project or going ahead with the project. Otherwise, mostly initially you don't really have the the option to choose a particular kind of script. हम तो भाई वो है जो हमें काम देते हैं हम वो काम कर लें. Yeah, and since you have been training yourself for so many years, I've been doing theater for almost nine years now. So coming to Bombay and then auditioning and everything, and then just giving a good audition is something that you as an aspiring actor look forward to. वो convert हो जाए तो और अच्छी बात है, but then yeah, that is something that you do. Yeah,
Yes.
but yeah, I mean, eventually when you uh, you know when you keep doing work and when you come in that position where you have the authority to choose a script, it is very important to choose the right script, because as we all have heard for so many years that content is king, content is king, content is king. It indeed is. I mean, otherwise you would not have such small scale low budget projects doing wonderfully well. We had the recent example of 12th pass doing exceptionally well with not so very big names and still
Mhm.
doing the magic because of the content it has. So yeah, if I had the opportunity and the option to choose a script, I would definitely make that choice, and the right choice. Yeah.
When opportunity knocks, never leave it, and your answer gave complete justice to it. So great job on answering to
Correct.
that. Let's move on to like the fun segment because I've been waiting to ask you all these questions about Maamla Legal Hai. I noted on all these questions from yesterday and I was like, we need to have this discussion. I was super excited. So let's get this started. Firstly, tell us
Yes.
your opinion and experience working with the crew and all the actors in the series. What has been your biggest experience and what's your opinion on working with the big names in the
It
industry?
was it was wonderful. I mean, uh, we had a group of around 8 to 9 primary actors
Okay.
who were there in all the episodes and who were there working together in the main unit.
Mm-hmm.
I was the least experienced guy, so
Oh.
I had the I had a lot to fill in my plate. And I had so many experienced people who have done
Mm-hmm.
300 films, 400 films,
Oh.
500 films. Ravi sir has done almost 700 films in his career. And these guys, when they talk about their experiences, then when they talk about like the things that they have gone through,
Mm-hmm.
the way they have handled the failures, the way they have created opportunities for themselves, and the way they prepare for the characters, it was something that the best one could ask for. I mean, it was working with this crew, especially Mamla Legal Hai crew. It felt like a family. It felt like a huge family
Mm-hmm.
where entire cast and crew work together in a way that, as an actor, when you get a work, you're very scared. I mean,
Yeah.
you're very nervous about the project. You suddenly, go in the zone where you start doubting
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Will you be able to deliver what you're
Right,
being
right.
hired for? And then you go on a set and then you realize, oh, this is just like a family. I mean, the way the people are treating you is
Mm-hmm.
making you feel so comfortable on set that you could do anything and everything that you could. So imagine. And this crew specifically made me feel like home, and the people that I worked with, the experience that they shared, and the stories that they had
Right.
has helped me in so many possible ways that, I mean, I think it's only time will tell how it shapes the way I work
Yes.
in the industry, with
Yes.
the etiquettes about coming to
Mm-hmm.
the set, being on time, and preparing for a scene, and being
Right.
in that zone when you go before the
Mm-hmm.
shot starts, and all those things. So yeah, that has helped a lot. Yeah.
And you will get to learn a lot too from these actors. And like you mentioned, it's very, very important and will shape your future. So great job on knowing that.
Absolutely.
And also, when I first
Absolutely. I
saw,
used to be the listener in the group. Okay. So whenever we
okay.
used to sit together, I was the quiet guy, like my character. I would
Yes.
sit like quietly. These guys
Uh-huh.
would discuss politics, movies, books, poems, and everything. And I would just be, listening to them, making
Ah.
notes quietly, reading about them. And then, like, so yeah,
Yeah, that is
it was
also
a
an
great feeling.
experience in itself. So great job
Absolutely.
on working and learning a lot of things for yourself. So when I saw the trailer of this like long time back, I saw this was a courtroom
Mhm.
comedy, and a not lot
Mhm.
shows like this have come. Not this type of genres have not come much on OTT and in theaters. So what do you
Mhm.
have to say about this in general, and what's your opinion on courtroom comedies in general?
See, I feel like our country has accepted a lot of good courtroom movies. We
Yes.
have had Jolly LB and the Jolly LB Part 2. बहुत पुरानी फिल्में भी हैं, थमा हुआ
Mm-hmm.
फैसला, रुका हुआ फैसला, और वैसी फिल्में काफी ज्यादा critically acclaimed भी
Mm-hmm.
हैं.
जी जी.
This particularly is not a courtroom drama,
Mm-hmm.
but show where they talk about courts in general. There
Yes.
are there are many socio-political commentary that has happened,
Mm-hmm.
and it talks about courts from the point of view of a lawyer. They
Yes.
talk about the three foyer के कैसे होते हैं,
Mm-hmm.
फिर वो footers कैसे होते हैं, फिर
Mm-hmm.
चेम्बर वाले lawyers कैसे होते हैं,
Mm-hmm.
उनकी अपनी क्या अलग politics होती है. So it's not really just a courtroom drama,
Right.
but like a lot about the lawyers, about the world of lawyers, and which
Mm-hmm.
I feel has not been explored a lot in Indian
Yes.
context.
Right.
But with the kind of response that we are getting,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy, and I'm very, very uh, proud to say that the audience is loving it, and the and yeah, it's working very well with the
With
crowd.
the audience, yes.
I've received a lot of messages myself.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, the trailer
yeah.
itself was so eye-catching when I first saw it. So, congratulations to you and your team for bringing up such a
Thank you,
nice series. Great job on that. And like you mentioned
thank you.
previously, you worked with a lot of experienced actors. So, I'm sure you would have had some like interesting out of the box experiences, which are like funny or unique or weird. So, if you can think of anyone, then please share. I know it's a very hard question. I'm suddenly throwing it on you. Like, tell me a
No, 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 no. It's,
good
it's absolutely
experience.
fine. So you're talking about this particular show, or you're talking about in general?
This particular show. This particular show.
This particular show, and you're talking about one. So,
Any
like,
funny or unique?
uh, we had a very fun thing that we used to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a big vanity van has sometimes it has like three-door vanities, two-door vanities, and
Right,
they're like
right.
one. like very premium
Mm-hmm.
one door vanity only. uh, our vanity doors used to be open,
Okay.
and like if there are like like a separation between two
Mm-hmm.
doors, it
Yes.
would be open.
Okay.
एंड ये सेट इतना बढ़िया था हमारे लिए
Mm.
कि वो तीनों डोर्स खुल करके एक बड़ा वैनिटी बन गया, जिसके अंदर डायरेक्टर भी
Okay.
बैठ रहे हैं हमारे साथ, प्रोड्यूसर भी बैठ रहे हैं हमारे साथ, राइटर भी बैठ रहे हैं हमारे साथ, सारे एक्टर साथ बैठ रहे
Mm.
हैं. मतलब एडीज यूज्ड टू फाइंड द डायरेक्टर इन आवर वैनिटी, स्पेसिफिकली लॉ एंड ऑर्डर.
हाँ.
हमारी वैनिटी जो थी, हमारे डोर्स जो थे वो इस तरीके से मुझे याद ही नहीं है कि कब हमारे डोर्स बंद रहे हैं एक
Mm.
दूसरे से सेपरेट करने के लिए.
हाँ हाँ.
देयर वाज कोई अपना कोई पर्सनल स्पेस नहीं, कोई प्राइवेसी कुछ नहीं. हम साथ बैठ करके खाते थे. थोड़ा सा भी ब्रेक हो जाए, हमारी वैनिटी में लोग आकर के बैठे हुए
Mm.
हैं, चाहे वो कोई भी क्यों ना हो, और दुनिया भर की बातें, दुनिया भर के वो इस शो के लिए ना स्पेसिफिकली क्या था, कभी कभार ना आपको सेट पे पता चल जाता है कि जो आप चीज
Mm.
बना रहे हो,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to work out. We
Yes.
were having so much fun working, like while making the show. We knew this show is going to work.
Right.
It's because of the energy that was being like driven across, and the person sitting on the director's chair who generally makes the mood of the
Right.
set,
Right. Right.
because he's the one in command, he's the one
Mm.
leading the set. And
Yes.
Rahul Pandey sir is, I mean, hands down, he's one of the most, like most hardworking guy, most very clear with what he wants, very passionate, very humble, very sweet
Mm.
person to work with.
Right.
He made sure that everyone feels like home while working there. It felt like something that is, you could just go and talk to him about anything and
Yes.
everything. uh, so that space helped a lot while
Yes.
making the show.
Yeah, that family wali feeling that you were talking about before, that
Puri puri, yeah.
and it's very
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
because we hear a lot of cases in the industry where the actors don't get along together, and when you said that they're
True.
all together, it did really make a lot of sense, and it was a new learning for all of us. So great job on that. And you spoke about the success of season 1, so can we expect a season 2? That's a
This is
very
a question Netflix will have to answer, and the makers.
but would
But
you
yeah, I
go for a season 2, and what's your
we
opinion?
are actually looking forward to it. We are hoping that we get this confirmation. I would also love to see what my rule and regulations are going to be like, and how do we proceed from intern to assistants and
Uh,
associates, and what exactly we do when we become associates, because that will become more interesting for us as well, like for the
yeah,
characters, for the
yes.
character that I'm playing.
Yeah, many others, including me, are really looking forward for a season 2. So
Yeah.
let's see if it hopefully comes out. That will also be a grand.
We will have to spam Netflix and the Poshampa
Yeah,
pictures for
always
this.
open for that. Just go and spam them anytime you want. Let's see. Let's do the best and let's see what happens. So, like I was mentioning before, you have worked in a lot of advertisements. There was one advertisement with Akshay Kumar I was seeing on in your Instagram.
Yes.
So, what is some of the differences you found when you shot for an OTT series when compared to an advertisement, and what is like the bridge between the two?
It's a very good question. The major difference I feel is the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you work on an advertisement as an actor, you shoot for 1 day or maximum 2 days.
Right.
Or if it's a big ad, you get to work with like 4 5 days, 6 days, not more than that. But on a long format show, you're working with the same team for
Yes.
35, 40, 50 days. So I think your human relations are much better while working on a long format,
Right.
rather than doing a short format content, because you go on set, you get ready, you go on set, you do your lines, you do the shoot, and then you go back home.
Right.
That's
Right.
what happens in like advertising. You may meet a few people, but while working on a long format, you know everyone.
Yes.
आपको स्पॉट दादा के सबका नाम पता है, आपको कॉस्ट्यूम में कौन कौन है आपको सबका नाम पता है, आपके हेयर मेकअप में कौन कौन है आपको सबका नाम पता है. यू नो एवरीवन. आपको ये भी पता है कि जनरेटर कौन बंदा लेके आया, उसका नाम क्या है. आप आते हो तो आप आकर के जिससे तिससे हाय हेलो करते हुए आप जाते हो. आप मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि एक छोटी सी सोसाइटी है जिसमें सब लोग एक दूसरे को जानते हैं. और वो कोई होली या दिवाली का कोई सेलिब्रेशन है जिसमें नीचे क्लब हाउस में एक गैदरिंग होने वाली है जिसमें सब लोग मिलकर के दुनिया भर की बातें होंगी इधर से उधर की। और बड़ा वो एक ह्यूमन रिलेशन, बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस आई फील हो जाता है जब आप एक लॉन्ग फॉर्मेट कंटेंट करते हैं और एक शॉर्ट फॉर्मेट कंटेंट करते हैं, तो
Yeah, and
दैट
on
इज
the
वन
last
थिंग आई
day,
फील।
it'll all get emotional when everyone is going back. So that's also
उफ,
another thing.
आई रिमेम्बर द लास्ट डे। हम
Uh,
लोग ने तो हम लोगों ने अपने लास्ट डे 2 बार किए। हम लोग
oh,
एक दिन आए जिस दिन हमारा लास्ट डे था, और जब हम लोग जाने लगे ना तो मतलब वो जाते वक्त ऐसा लग ही नहीं रहा था कि यार लास्ट डे है, पहली बात तो बिकॉज यू नॉट एबल टू रजिस्टर कि लास्ट डे है, लास्ट डे, लास्ट डे है। घर
right.
तो पहुंच गए, बाद में हिट किया, अरे यार घर आ गए यार, अब तो खत्म हो गया हमारा मामला। बट फिर ऐसा था कि जो शूट का लास्ट डे था हम उस दिन भी पहुंच गए बेशर्मों की तरह कि नहीं, ये लास्ट डे है जब
हाँ.
पूरी यूनिट का ब्रेक होगा।
हम्म.
तो हमने 2 केक कट किए हैं रैप के।
अभी
बट
सक्सेस
या आई
पार्टी
मीन,
के लिए वापस मिल जाओ सब लोग and then again you can all have a
हाँ
blast.
हमने वी डिड अ रैप पार्टी, वी
Nice.
आर गोइंग टू डू अ सक्सेस पार्टी सून। एंड आई थिंक वो रियूनियन वगैरह तो होता ही रहेगा, और जल्दी सीजन 2 बन जाए तो वापस से मजा आ जाएगा तो
Yeah, just
हाँ।
like we are looking forward. So let's see how everything goes.
यस
So, like
यस
being this OTT platform, I'm sure after COVID, this OTT platforms have become like so popular. They have given a platform for aspiring actors to actually
ट्रू।
come out. So, what is it when compared to the silver screen, and what's your opinion on the rise in OTT and how has had been as a platform for aspiring actors like you?
I mean, there's no one can deny the role OTT actor like OTT platforms have played in giving opportunities to new actors like
Yes.
me.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, anyone sitting in a any part of the country, you sitting in Chennai could imagine and could think of doing a show,
Right.
could think of becoming
Hmm.
an actor. And the process also with COVID, the auditions and everything, there are
Hmm.
platforms, you give your auditions,
Yes.
they reach out to you, I mean, things can convert from anywhere. You could be in like any part of the country and you could still get a work, and you get to work with
Yes. Yes.
some very big names as well. uh, for new actors like me, it has helped a lot. And I just hope like it keeps on working like it is.
Yes.
And there's so much content, I mean, so much content that's happening, so
Hmm.
you have to be a part of the good show as well. I mean,
Yes, that's
you
true.
can't do just एक कोई
Mhm.
show कर लिया as an actor, and
Yes, right.
there are so many shows that you don't even talk about because you
Yes.
रोज आ रहे हैं कुछ ना कुछ, रोज आ रहा है कुछ
Mhm.
ना कुछ.
Yes.
So the competition that way has also increased a lot.
Yes.
But then yeah, still like opportunities wise, it's a
It's a good.
very very big thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's your opinion on OTT. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on that. With that being said, we've now come to our last question. This is a very optimistic
Mhm.
one. So let's see how well you can answer this. So I'm sure you have a lot of upcoming projects. Like you just said, you were in a shoot. So what kind of roles do you
Yeah.
think we as audience can see you in, and what kind of expectations do you want to give us as an audience about your future roles?
I'm shooting for a very fun project at the moment. I'm shooting in Haldwani. It's
Nice.
a feature film. It's called Jussie Weds Jussie.
Nice.
It's a full-on comedy, pure comedy family entertainer,
Ah,
and it's a multi-starrer film. There are some very big names like Sikandar Kher,
nice.
Ranveer Shori,
Ah,
Manurshi Chadha, Grusha Kapoor,
nice.
Sudesh Lahiri is there, uh, and some very very talented guy,
Mhm.
Harshvardhan Singh Deo.
Oh.
He's also playing. Rahmat Ratan is there.
Mhm.
मैं भी हूँ.
Nice.
और काफी काफी बढ़िया शो है, बहुत
Mhm.
ही ब्रिलियंट शो है.
Nice.
एंड अभी शूट करते करते वो, जैसे मैं अभी बता रहा था ना, जैसे
Mhm.
मामला लीगल है करते टाइम हमें पता चल गया था कि यार कुछ कुछ बन रहा है, कुछ बन रहा है, कुछ मजेदार बन रहा है. इसको करते टाइम तो आई मीन देयर इज नॉट अ सिंगल डे जब एज एन एक्टर आप शूट करके आते हो ना कभी कभार, एंड यू हैव अ बैड डे,
Yes.
you don't get sleep, आपको ना नींद आने में दिक्कत हो जाती है.
Mhm.
एंड आई हैव स्लेप्ट पीसफुली every day
Mhm. Nice.
क्योंकि the shoot is turning out to be very well, and the director is happy, who's also the writer of the film.
Right.
And when you see him happy, you also feel happy that he's getting what he wants.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a full-on comedy film, family entertainer set in 90s, and we are shooting that in Haldwani, Uttarakhand, many places: Haldwani, Ramnagar, Jaspur,
Mhm.
Rudrapur, and all these places.
Nice.
Um, and the character that I'm playing is a complete 180 degree of what I did in Maamla Legal Hai.
Ah,
Maamla Legal Hai was an intelligent guy
yeah.
who was, like who used to talk sense,
Yeah.
mostly sense.
Yeah.
Was a part of this group where everyone was, uh, like वो दिमाग चला करके काम
Ah,
करते थे.
right, right,
ये था
right.
कि नहीं यार, ये गलत है तो ये गलत है, ये ये चीजें
Yes.
ऐसी नहीं होती है, ऐसे क्यों कर
Mhm.
रहे हैं हम, ये यूज्ड टू क्वेश्चन ऑल दोस थिंग्स. इसमें ये पागल बंदा है, ये सब कुछ करता है.
Ah.
ये ये धमाल मचाता है. तो
Yes.
yeah, I'm very excited to be doing this project, and
Nice.
yeah, there are some commercials as well which are going to come out soon,
Nice.
and yeah, something else is cooking up. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it later.
Suspense is also very important. So I'm
Yeah,
looking forward.
important.
Yes. So on
Tough.
behalf of the team of Icy Tales and me, we would like to wish you all the very best for your future projects
Thank you.
because you mentioned so many things and we want to see you grow successful. Like later, I can also tell people like I interviewed Amit Vikram Pandey one day and I
Yeah.
ha, so that is the motive right now. So all the very
No,
best.
that you will do.
Ha,
That
now
you will do.
I'll go to no problem. I think we had a great 25-minute session. I don't even know how 25 minutes passed. We had such a fun
Yeah,
conversation, and it was really,
correct.
I had a lot of fun talking to you today. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you
yes.
so much. I was
And,
shooting from 7 in the morning, और
uh,
अभी बस आया मैं
uh,
होटल में और मैं बस बैठा और मुझे पता ही
uh,
नहीं चला, आधे घंटे बीत गए. So
uh,
thank you for being so welcoming, and thank you for making me a part of this.
thank
To
you very
thank
much
Aisha.
for coming and doing this in spite of your busy schedule. We really appreciate your time. So, thank you very much and do take very
My
good care.
pleasure.
It was a lovely interview. Thank you so much, sir.